All right, guys, how is it going? Today, what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about the new moon that we have coming up on April 17th in the sign of Aries. Now, a new moon is when the moon and the sun meet up in the same sign at the same degree. And new moons usually represent new beginnings. It's a time to plant seeds that hopefully we can harvest from the 6 months that follow in Libra season when we have our full moon in Aries. So new moons are always about new beginnings and planting seeds. And Aries is a fire sign. It's about taking action. It's about being bold. It's about going after like self desires because Aries can be a bit of a selfish sign, and it's important to be selfish at times, right? So, not only do we have the sun and the moon in Aries, but we have a ton of planets in Aries. So, wherever you have Aries in your birth chart, there's a need for action. You're going to notice it right now. There's a lot of attention and energy being focused in that area. So, for some of us, it might be our body. For some of us, it might be our home life or our health or our relationships or our finances. This is why it's important to know your birth chart. But what you should do is with this new moon, ask yourself, where is it time to be bold and take some sort of action? Where have you maybe been holding yourself back a bit, maybe because worried about what other people will think, or close people related to you, what they will think, or, just being a little bit afraid in general because things are unknown. So, where do you know intuitively that it's time to take bold action and follow your passions and follow your instincts? Um, on the darker side of things, Aries can be like extremely selfish, a bit impulsive and reckless. So, with all of this energy, and of course, it represents like aggression. So, with all of this energy, if you are stepping into the things that you want, let's make sure that we're coming from a heart centered space. That way, we're able to communicate our desires and things with other people so that maybe they, understand a little bit more where we're coming from, because we are going for more selfish desires. So we want to make sure that we still, even though we're going after our desires, we're still in touch with our heart space. So where do you need to be bold? Where do you need to take action? And like truly, where do you need to not worry about what other people think? Because there might be a lot of this energy between what you want and the other person wants, or the family wants, or the world wants, right? So you might notice that kind of like power struggle dynamic. So getting in tune with our heart, following our passions, taking bold action. These are my tips for you. And yeah, just be courageous. All right.